Good morning, friends. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm happy you're here with me. Welcome to Storytime with Ms. Caroline, and today we have a story time all about the Northern Lights. Have any of you ever seen the Northern Lights? Depending on how young you are, you might not have had the chance to see them yet, but we are going to learn all about them today and read some stories about searching for them and seeing them out in the world. And maybe that's something you want to have as a bucket list item, to see the Northern Lights sometime. Glowing, glowing northern lights, how you shine so very bright, waving over our land so high, dancing brightly in the sky. Glowing, glowing northern lights, how you shine so very bright. Let's take a little time to learn about what the Northern Lights are. And sometimes when we learn about what things are, we can learn about how they work, but still find them magical. So Northern Lights by Martha Rustad. And this is published by Capstone Press. And here's one of our nonfiction books again. So we have our table of contents that tells you what's in this book. What are the Northern Lights? Green and purple waves dance across the night sky. The Northern Lights look beautiful tonight. The Northern Lights are an aurora. Their full name is the Aurora Borealis. These colorful lights are often seen near the North Pole. So at the very top of our globe. Can you say Aurora Borealis? Aurora Borealis. But they're not just seen at the North Pole. They can also be seen near the South Pole too. Those are called the Southern Lights, or Aurora Australis. Can you say Aurora Australis? These lights can be seen in South America and Australia, so on the other end of our globe. Why do auroras shine? Storms on the sun lead to auroras on Earth. Solar winds travel through space. The winds carry tiny bits of energy from the sun. So the sun, which is not this close to Earth, but in this picture they're trying to show what happens on Earth. The sun is a hot burning ball of gas, way, way far away from the Earth, but it has storms, kind of like mini volcanoes, on its surface. And when those kind of pop or explode or burst out, it sends particles towards the Earth. The North and South poles act like magnets. Have you ever played with magnets? Maybe on your refrigerator? And they stick to metal things? Well, we have kind of like imaginary magnets that are around our Earth, and the poles act like magnets for these particles from the sun, and they get trapped in the atmosphere, way up in the sky, those particles, and they cause colors. Green, red, blue, and purple lights flash during auroras. Different gases make different colors. Auroras seem to move like clouds. Green is the most common, but sometimes you can get reds or purples or auroras happen all the time because the sun is always ejecting these particles and having these storms because it's always burning. but we can only see them at night. So even though they're happening all the time, just like the stars are out all the time, we can't see them because there's too much light blocking out their light. Winter nights are long and dark. People see auroras more often during winter, which makes sense because it's darker out longer, right? Sometimes you can find them in the summer though too. You just have to stay up later than your bedtime or get up in the middle of the night. Scientists keep track of storms on the sun. Check the aurora forecast to find a good night for northern lights. And you can track that on places online to see what might be a good night to see some of northern lights. But to see them, especially in winter, you have to dress warm and you have to get way out in the country, away from city lights, and have kind of a vista that you can see. So you don't want a lot of trees, you want an open field. And then you might see an amazing sight like this. And there are many ways that you can find out more about the Northern Lights or the Aurora Borealis at the library or online. So that's a little bit about what causes the Northern Lights, but I think no matter what causes them, they're pretty magical. Now the next book I have to share with you is Under the Night Sky. I need to say hi to a friend who's joined me online, Dominic. Do you want to hear the song, Do Your Ears Hang Low? Should we sing that one a little later? We can do that, if I can remember it. It's been a while since I've sung that one. But this book, Under the Night Sky, is a special one to me because I know the author. She is a friend of mine. And her name is Amy Lundebrick. And the illustrator of this book is Anna Rich. And because I know Amy, she signed my copy to my kids and my family. This is published by Tilbury House. It's a Maine publisher. I snuggle under the covers, and Ms. Gallo from across the hall clicks my apartment door shut. I get in my bed when she tells me to, but I won't go to sleep until my mama comes home. I never do. When Mama is here, the door will creak open. I'll hear her keys clink as she sets them on the shelf. One by one, her boots will thunk on the mat and she'll sigh. She always does. Then I'll hear her footsteps and set a light under my door. That's my cue to shut my eyes and pretend I've been asleep. She'll cross my room and bend down to kiss me. She'll smell like the grease from the factory. She usually kisses my cheek and says, "Good night, my little bear." That's when I'll go to sleep. But instead, I hear a pounding up the stairs. And the door of the apartment flies open so hard it smacks the wall with a loud bang. I don't hear her keys or her boots or her sigh. I sit upright in my bed, gasping for air until I hear my mama's voice. "Get your boots! Get your jacket! Put on your hat and mittens!" It's happening. My hands are shaking while I put on my jeans. She sounds excited, but where are we going? "Mama, what's wrong?" I call out from my room. "Nothing's wrong," she says. "Then where are we going?" I ask. Her face pokes around my door. The light streams in and I blink my eyes. She is smiling, so my hands don't shake anymore. She tosses my hat to me. When I am neatly bundled up, Mama pulls me by the hand through our apartment. She is so excited she almost pulls me through the door in sock feet. I pull back a little and look down at my boots. "Boots!" she says, and stops so I can put them on. Ms. Gallo is on the landing with her 2 boys and girl. They look sleepy, and Kevin is missing one of his mittens. Ms. Gallo and Mama nod to each other. "Where are we going?" says Kevin. "You'll see," says Mrs. Gallo. Kevin looks at me and shrugs. We all hustle down the stairs. I'm in the lead, so I push the heavy glass door open. That first breath of icy cold stings my throat. My breath hangs in front of me like a wintry ghost. Our boots sound crunchy in the snow. In the big parking lot, there are other people standing around. Some are sitting on their cars. The old lady and man who live on the first floor are sitting in the front seat of their white minivan. "Is there a fire?" I ask. "I didn't hear the fire alarm." We've reached our old Mercury, and Mama digs around in the back seat. I move to get in, but she shuts the door before I have a chance. She spreads out a wool army blanket on the hood. "Everybody up," she says. Ms. Gallo's kids and I crawl up on the hood. "I think our moms have gone crazy," whispers Kevin. "Ready?" says Mama. We all nod, but we look around at each other, still wondering what's going on. "Okay, look up." I never knew the sky could be so big. I stand up on the hood of our car to drink it up. There are colors moving, taking up the whole sky in red and green and white. Then I realize that all the people in the parking lot are looking up. Even the old lady and man in their minivan are straining to look up at the sky through their front windshield. Everyone is silent. Sometimes the colored lights flash. Here one moment, then the next. Sometimes they change shape slowly like clouds, so I don't realize the picture has changed until it's done. Sometimes the color oozes from one part of the sky to the other. The lights twist like colored ropes. They flicker like colored flames. Mama turns to me and looks into my eyes. She and I are smiling together. She whispers to me, "It's a good night, isn't it?" I nod. Then Mama says, "When you get older, you and I might disagree about some things." I don't know how to answer. "You don't have to say anything," says Mama. "Just remember tonight. Remember these lights, how they dance, and if you ever feel angry that I'm not letting you have your way, remember that I'm on your side. I promise I will always try to give you the best things in life." As fast as the talk had started, it's over, and Mama is laughing deep and loud with Ms. Gallo again. I look up at the building and my bedroom window. Mama woke me up just to share this with me. People who have been standing alone in the parking lot are now wandering toward Mama and Ms. Gallo. They are all chatting about the rare lights in the sky. "It's the solar wind hitting the Earth's magnetosphere," whispers Kevin. He knows these kinds of things. I sit down by him. I think about a strange wind from the sun hurtling toward the Earth like a Chinese dragon spewing flames into our night sky. "Have you seen it before?" I ask him. "Once when we were driving home from my great aunt's house," he says. "Was it the same as tonight?" "The lights licked up into the sky on the horizon, all different colors, and then they were gone," he says. "Our family has been waiting ever since then to see them again." Almost everyone in the parking lot has gathered around our old Mercury. They're talking about things like rent money and the price of gas. A little boy in a striped hat is wandering among the adults. I think I might have teased him at the bus stop once. I pat the hood in front of me. He hops up next to us, and I ask him his name. My neck starts to hurt from tilting my head to the sky, so I rest my back against the coolness of our car. The cold soaks through the blanket. It soaks through my jacket and my jeans, but Kevin and the other kids are pressed close around me, and I feel their warmth. We watch the lights in the sky. They flash and flicker, jab and duel, dance and whirl. Sometimes the sky seems to split in two with the white lights on one half and the red on the other. The green hovers on the horizon and then splashes the two halves together. I think I see flashes of blue. The lights curl and then pause. Sometimes they pause so long I think they are gone, but then they burst and splash the sky again. They whirl and we watch. They flicker and we watch. They dance and we watch. Ever so slowly I am whirled and flickered and danced into the darkness of the sky and the twinkling stars. I wake up with my head wrapped in the colors of my dream. Was it a dream? No, there are my mittens and hat on the floor beside my bed. I am still wearing my jeans. I look out my window at the gray morning light. The colors, if they were really there, are gone now. Mama pokes her head around my door, ready to wake me up. That's when I'm sure we really saw them. This morning, I see those lights are still dancing in my mama's eyes. Sometimes the best thing about magical things is when we share them with other people. And I love this story, not just for the Northern Lights, but for the community and the family that's in it. Now I want to sing our song again, but do the right tune. We have Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Then we have our Northern Lights verse. Glowing, glowing northern lights, how you shine so very bright, waving over our land so high, dancing brightly in the sky. Glowing, glowing northern lights, how you shine so very bright. I hope you enjoyed our stories about the Northern Lights, and please take a look at our website for all the things we have coming in March. There's a virtual gardening series every Monday. We have our regular story times on Friday on Facebook, and on March 9th is our PJ story time on Zoom, so I actually get to see your faces. But we have some special guests coming for Pause to Read Month. Our friends from Ugly Dog Therapy are going to be joining us on Zoom, so Jenny and Earl and Albert, the big brown dogs, will be there, and we want you to bring your pets or your favorite stuffed friends to story time, because we're going to read together with and to our dogs and cats and other pets or stuffed friends. Now, Case Dominic is still on. I saw that they had typed into Your Ears Hang Low, so let's sing one last song before I say goodbye. And sing along with me if you know this one. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you throw 'em over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Should we sing it really softly this time? Let's try that. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you throw 'em over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? How about really loud this time? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you throw 'em over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next Friday for another story time. And don't forget, we have grab and go kits in the back hallway of the library. Every day that we're open, that door is open for pickups and for the grab and go kits on the cart. And if you've been a part of Frozen February Fun, or even if you haven't so far, there is still time to record all the reading that you have done this month or any of the activities that you've had. So you can find information about that on our website, and there are some tutorials, video tutorials on how to get started with Beanstack if you want to do that on our YouTube channel. So have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. It looks a little windy out there today, but the sun is shining, and that's always a blessing.